Good afternoon, everybody. It's Monday, and it's just going to be a quick video. It's a confession, if you like. What's hanging up over there? Oh, it's the mirror. I haven't got my glasses on. I wondered what that was. It's a confession, if you like, and I've got no compunction about what I've done. I'm glad I've done it. I don't feel that it was wrong of me to do it. I feel that it was a responsibility to do it, in fact. When reporting somebody for what's going on their channel, or when reporting somebody for anything, it's necessary to first question your own motives for doing so. In the case of Chantal and Nader, I feel fully justified in reporting their channels. Last night was just a culmination of this whole debacle that's heading towards what I told you it would be heading towards, which is that there's going to be either a soft porn channel, an only fans channel, or, as seems to be happening now, a certain gentleman threatening a certain lady with releasing pictures and video that he's got of her in the nude, maybe in compromising situations. But regarding last night, we were not only watching nonsense, we were subjected to the most ridiculous, stupid, childish calamity, really, is the only word I can think of for it, in what they were doing. I was watching Chantal, and when she started, she was fine. Not much content as usual. Leaving the members, you can only comment on her channel if you're paying the $4.99 a month fee. You've got to be paying that every month before you can even comment. But she was okay to start off with, and then we were collective witness to a woman who was so degrading and demeaning herself. It became itchy, for me anyway, to watch. It was nasty. She was getting higher and higher on the dope she was using. You know, this is a woman now who is actually touching the depths of depravity. Her videos consist of nothing but live streams, no videos. She will leave a live stream. It would be like me getting up now and saying, "Give me a minute, guys," and coming back 6 or 7 minutes later because I've gone for a bathroom break. This is what she does. But she was going down further and further last night with the drugs, crying at first about Nader, telling stories about him, how he abused her, how he had been violent to her again, you know, touching on sexual abuse, domestic violence, all these things that really have been proven not to have any truth in them. You know, she's said it before and she's backtracked. She's now saying it again. Excuse me while I have a drink. I've been working today. So she was getting more and more out of it last night. What can I eat? Shall I order? That was the amount of her input into the channel. Disappearing off for a bathroom break. The bathroom breaks where you can hear all the bodily noises usually, as if we want to. This again is OnlyFans, you know, substance. Maybe people in OnlyFans would like that. Maybe people who've got fetishes would like that. But it's certainly not content for a normal run-of-the-mill YouTube channel. You know, the wind out of both ends, the chewing with the mouth open, all these, you know, you can put up with and say, well, either watch it or not. But what got me last night was the abuse of substances, and she was becoming more and more, as I say, touching the depths of depravity. Then her beezers, who are on her chat, the $4.99 a month fools, came on to tell her Nader's going live. Well, don't tell me she didn't know that already. Such bad acting, Izzy. Such bad acting. Of course she knew it. So there were simultaneous live streams like there were before. He's getting cute. He put it as though it was going to be a premiere, you know. Premiere. He's the lad, isn't he? He's using a phone given to him by Chantal. He's using an iPad, $2,000 worth iPad given him Chantal, watching on a television that belongs to Chantal, wearing clothes that Chantal has bought him, in a house that Chantal's paid part, if not all, of the rent on. And so he put it as though, you know, it was going to be a premiere in 10 minutes or whenever. And he comes on and he's back on his bed like that, you know, the Pharaoh, king of all the world. You know, in Chantal's 3-hour live streams, whereby she's going down further and further, he's only too willing to hustle her along into becoming more and more of a laughing stock and more wound up and prone to taking more and more substances. That's what happened last night. He was talking to her, really, if it was truth, very badly indeed. But of course we all know that this is a scripted. Not a scripted where it's written down, you know, they get their pen and they write it down, but it's like, right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to show them, you're going to be here, I'm going to be there, I'm going to be doing so-and-so, and you're going to come in and you're going to be little before it. And it sounds bad, but this is what brings the money in, and it's nearly YouTube payday. So that's what's happened. That's what happened. When Nader started his channel, which is a second channel of Chantal's, that channel was handed to this bohemian on a platter, together with about 5,000 subscribers. He was monetised within a couple of short weeks. Other people have to wait, till they reach 1,000 subscribers. I've got over 2,000. I'm still not monetised. That's, by the way, that's my choice. But he was monetised within a very short time when other people have to wait. To add insult to injury, his English isn't that good. So what he was doing was, I've said this before, head down like this. Could just see the top of his cap. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks for the super chats. But he's become more and more lively as his confidence has grown, as his audacity has grown, as his arrogance has grown. And last night, well, he was, as I said, if it had been truth, and he'd have been haranguing a woman like he was haranguing Chantal last night, that woman would have collapsed in tears, switched the screen off and gone away. But Chantal didn't do that. Chantal was laughing and she was going along with it, and then she was shouting at the screen. He was watching on the telly, looking at his iPad as well, replying thanks for the super chat or whatever it was, or just watching what was going on with his people. He's also got now, it used to be open chats where you could go on and you could speak, have your say, but he's closed it now so that you can only go onto his live streams to comment if you are a member, if you are paying him on top of the money he already gets from YouTube, if you are paying him by $4.99 a month. So the boy's got it all going on. He's now got nearly 7,000 subscribers. I don't know how many people he's got membership at $4.99 a month. He's got his telly, he's got his iPad, he's got his phone from Chantal. He's had rent paid from Chantal, a whole new wardrobe of clothes from Chantal. Taxi lifts here and there. She was going to drive him to Montreal on Saturday, if you believe that. That was another storyline that didn't come to pass. Just as the storyline with the 19-year-old elderly cat who is in desperate need of seeing a vet, and really needs all these mats to be gotten out of her fur and to be groomed. Chantal finally booked an appointment for Friday, and then she found Pete's had a therapy appointment on Friday. Well, so bloody what? You didn't have to drive him. His therapy appointment was a virtual appointment, on screen. He didn't have to move from the house. You weren't there sitting holding his hand. You were probably, I don't know, over at King Tut's or, doing something on your computer. There was no reason for you to be at the house, you could have quite easily taken your elderly, suffering cat who keeps vomiting up hairballs. You could have took her to the vet, but you chose not to, out of pure laziness and because there were other things you wanted to do. So you led everybody to believe that Pete's appointment was, you had to drive him. You intimated that. I don't think you said it, but you can say a lot by not saying anything. You can drop hints and give clues, and I can't go to the vet appointment because I've got to, Pete's got to have his therapy appointment. So people were thinking you were driving him there. Nonsense. And even Vegan for Life paid you $200 to take your cat a few months ago, and you refused. And you told Vegan for Life, when she requested her money back, that she wasn't going to get it. That once money left anybody's hands from them to you, they should consider it gone, lost. It's now your money. Which brings me to this. Somebody in Chantal's live stream gave her a super chat of $399.99, $400. The woman was is a nurse. She said she'd made a mistake. It should only have been, I don't know whether it should only have been $39.99 or $3.99. But it's easy to do. But you've got to check it afterwards. But I've made mistakes, stupid mistakes. And it's easy to do on occasion. But she said it was a mistake. $399.99. So Chantal was saying, I don't know how to do refunds. I don't know how. And I'm thinking, say goodbye to your money, because Chantal has already said that anybody who sends her anything that comes from you to Chantal, consider it lost forever. So, but last night Nader was in his element, shouting at the screen at Chantal with the F word all over the place. You're an effing something and blah blah blah. It was vile, and she was as bad. It's all done for views and for money. This time, every month, just before YouTube payday, something happens, drama happens, on it goes, on and on and on. Chantal says just enough to keep her Beezers members, to keep them talking among themselves, because she's got nothing to offer. She's got nothing to say. She sits there eating and burping and passing wind. And she admitted she doesn't know what to say. Well, if you don't know what to say, don't turn your computer on. If you don't know what to say, don't bother starting a live stream. As for Nader, same thing. All he was doing was swearing at the screen and swearing at you. That's not content. That's abusing your viewers. And the ones who care, that's abusing their goodwill and their trust and causing them distress because they feel that you might be in danger. You said he hit you, he punched you in the face, he burnt you with a cigarette. You're saying all these things, yet you go back to him, and even after last night, you will go back to him. And he said that himself. And he was sitting there saying, you're effing nothing, and you'll be back crawling to kiss my ass tomorrow. Those were his words. And to be frank, that sort of stuff doesn't need to be on YouTube all the time, does it? And you're doing it constantly. And you're doing it for money. Doing it for money, doing it for views, taking advantage of your members, taking advantage of that nurse who unwittingly sent you $400 last night. You've got no decency in you, and he's got no chivalry in him. You're a well-matched pair, but please don't think that all of us are fooled, because a lot of us aren't, and I'm certainly not. And I'm so glad I reported you, and next time you come on playing that sort of game, I'll do it again. Speak to you all later, everybody. I'm very tired this afternoon, so I'm going to probably have a shower and get to bed early, very early tonight. Speak to you later. Bye-bye.